Reading from the book of Sirach. In those days, like a fire, there appeared the prophet Elijah, whose words were as a flaming furnace. Their staff of bread he shattered. In his zeal he reduced them to straits. By the Lord's word he shut up the heavens, and 3 times brought down fire. How awesome are you, Elijah, with your wondrous deeds, whose glory is equal to yours. You were taken aloft in a whirlwind of fire, in a chariot like fiery horses. You were destined, it is written, in time to come, to put an end to wrath before the day of the Lord, to turn back the hearts of fathers towards their sons, and to reestablish the tribes of Jacob. Blessed is he who shall have seen you, and who falls asleep in your friendship. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
Responsorial Psalm. Lord, make us turn to you. Let us see your face, and we shall be saved.
Lord, make us turn to you. Let us see your face, and we shall be saved.
O Shepherd of Israel, hearken. From your throne upon the cherubim shine forth. Rouse your power.
Lord, make us turn to you. Let us see your face, and we shall be saved.
Once again, O Lord of hosts, look down from heaven and see. Take care of this vine, and protect what your right hand has planted, the Son of Man whom you yourself made strong.
Lord, make us turn to you. Let us see your face, and we shall be saved.
May you help you with the man of your right hand, and the Son of Man whom you yourself made strong. Then we will no more withdraw from you. Give us new life, and we will call upon your name.
Lord, make us turn to you. Let us see your face, and we shall be saved.
Alleluia. 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 Prepare the way of the Lord and make straight his paths. All flesh shall see the salvation of God. Alleluia. Alleluia. Alleluia.
Good morning.
Good morning, our Father.
Though I missed the last time I was supposed to be here, so I committed myself to not doing it twice, because I don't want to keep filling you with fear. You know, today's gospel has just a little tinge of scariness to it. The little tinge of scariness is that it gives us some insight into how God's great love can be rejected. Not once, but twice. And it's rejected by the Jewish leaders, very religious people of their time. The first rejection comes when they did to John the Baptist whatever they pleased. And in his case, they beheaded him. And then Jesus is very clear that he will suffer because they will reject him. Now the wonder is, against rejection, God's love never stops. And I find that to be a great comfort. There is absolutely nothing we can do to stop God's love. But we can reject it. And the wonder is, against our rejection, God still does not stop loving. But the one thing God will not do is force God's great love upon us. It's the one thing God will not do. And even if we reject that love, God will continue to pour it forth upon us. Now, the great image to me of that is the very end of the familiar story of the prodigal son And, as I've grown older, I've begun to identify much more. Not with the younger son, but the older one. He's the one that was absolutely filled with righteous indignation over the return of his lost, sinful brother. And here's the father throwing this great party. The door is swung wide open, and the older brother refuses to come in. So what does the father do? He goes out the door and pleads with his son, reminding him he is his brother and inviting him to rejoice. We don't know. We don't know if the older brother went in or not. What we do know is the father never stopped loving either one of those sons. One son, the younger, returned and received all the father wanted to give. The older son, the one filled with self-righteousness, we're left to wonder. God is loving, but God will never force that love upon us.